coach and Coach Allard.
Brianna, Taylor and McClellan said you guys played together in the past. Just kind of what do you remember about that experience and being team members?
Yeah, we played together for a year only, but I really enjoyed playing with her, and it's been probably about 6 years since we've seen each other, so I'm really excited to see her and face her again, have friendly competition.
Coach, what do you think of the new Rita Hillenbrand stadium?
It's gorgeous. It's first class. You know, we were here in 2011, and to see the renovations, when we were driving up to begin warm-ups, it was just so impressive. Clean, crisp, just really first-class facility.
You all are going to one of the most prestigious institutions in the world. We're interested to know what your plans are after graduation. You don't have to give a super long answer, but just start left to right, our left to your right, the three of you.
Sure. I'm actually taking a gap year before going back and doing more research, but I'll be working at a serious fun camp for kids with serious and life-threatening illnesses, and then going on a hiking trip across the country.
And I will be working for a law firm in Atlanta and then going straight into law school in the fall.
I'm going to be playing professionally in Sweden for a few months.
What was it like being a student athlete in the Ivy League?
I think it's a big time commitment on both sides, obviously the student and the athlete, but I think it gives you a great opportunity to both study and explore what you're passionate about academically, and then also compete at the top level on the field as well.
I think we get the best of both worlds. We really have to work on time management and those kinds of skills, and I think we really strive to do the best that we can both on and off the field and kind of be more of a holistic player.
What kind of misconceptions do you think people have about Ivy League student athletes?
I think a lot of people think all we do is just study and that's really all we focus on, but being student athletes, obviously academics aren't the only thing that's important to us, and we really work on broadening different aspects of our life, not just our academics.
Elizabeth, define holistic athlete.
Holistic meaning like in total. So I think what Harvard does and what the Ivy League does is develop each and every athlete both as a scholar and a student, but also as an athlete. So we really, like I said, we really try to get the best of both worlds. So kind of like working on ourselves as total people.
This Arizona team is number 6 in the country, the seed. We've got tremendous athletes up and down the lineup. It's a relentless lineup. Top pitchers, they're tops. They got the Pac-12 batting champ, get home runs everywhere. A lot of people think you guys are just going to come here and get beaten pretty badly in a couple of games. Well, Elizabeth, start with you. What's your thought on that assessment?
So one of our themes this year has really been grit, and I think our team really embodies working as hard as we possibly can toward every challenge that we've been faced with, and this is no different. We understand what we're up against, and we understand the kind of team that we'll be facing. However, I think we have prepared, to the best of our ability, and we intend to represent the Ivy League well.
Kind of a fun question. What's the difference in the weather back home?
It was 40 the day we left, and it was 99, I think, here, so a little different.
We had a nor'easter on Tuesday, 40-mile-an-hour winds, high of 45. So that's unusual that time of year. At least we're usually at least in the 50s. But this is a drastic change. But it actually today was a little cooler than I thought we'd feel on the field. That that breeze really helps a lot.
Katie, how would you describe yourself as a pitcher?
Good question.
Come on.
Well, Coach always likes to tell me to be tall on the mound and to attack forward. My best pitch is my curveball, so attacking inside on righties is something that I like to do.
What was working for you guys in the Ivy League playoff series with Columbia?
Could you say that again?
What was working for you guys when you beat Columbia in the Ivy League series?
I think our bats came through a lot, especially that second game.
Yeah.
I think just 1 through 9, like everyone contributed on the weekend. It's not just about 1 or 2 people. It's about everyone playing their part.
Mm-hmm.
Coach, you have quite a few players from California on your roster. Just what's your philosophy to get girls to come that far across the country? Obviously, Harvard and the prestige of that, I'm sure, is part of it. But how have you been able to get so many girls to come east from the West Coast?
That's actually not been too hard. There's a lot of, it's the 10,000 hour rule, right? Like you're going to go recruit in hotbeds of softball where their skills, they're playing year round. It's the Maxwell Glad, his book, then where they talk about 10,000 hours of training. And I grew up in Southern California, so recruiting out there, I know it like the back of my hand. We recruit heavily out of Florida, Arizona, but also nationally. But kids in Southern California and Northern California are playing year round, and they're getting that systematic training and skill work. So I think we actually have a lot of student athletes who are interested from the West Coast who want to come east, who want to leave California, leave Arizona, see a different climate, have a different experience, and attend a very prestigious academic institution and play softball at the high level. And they get to do both. I mean, this is a dream come true for these seniors. They're graduating from, an amazing university, and they're ending their collegiate careers at a regional in Arizona. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. So we won't have any problems getting students who really want to come, who want that high-level academic experience. Now, the pool we can recruit from is very, very small, but we do recruit heavily from the West Coast, and we've always had great success with impactful players coming across the country from, in case in point, like a Megan Lands from Florida coming in, but we've really been able to recruit nationally, and Southern California is where you see a lot of teams playing at a really high level consistently.
Who are you recruiting against mostly? Are you fighting Stanford for kids? Are you fighting like some of the other academic institutions? Is that kind of...
We're fighting other Ivy schools, clearly. We're also fighting, scholarship schools that, someone has gotten identified early as a, now we have the later recruiting rules, but for these seniors, several of them had offers early, and they wanted to stay in the pool, and they wanted to shoot for something stronger academically, and it worked out that, they were on track to be a really competitive applicant for Harvard. So, but yeah, we definitely have a band of students that all high academic schools are recruiting. So it might be Stanford one year, it might be Northwestern, it's been Duke in the past. It's always traditionally other Ivy League schools as well.
What is it about Harvard that has led you to want to be there for a quarter of a century?
Put it. I never thought about it like that.
Oh, that's a great question. I would say three things. The first, I would honestly say, is that these women I get to coach. I mean, they're remarkable. And all the women I've coached at Harvard, I just am inspired by them. I'm impressed by them. So getting up every day and working hard for them and the challenges they bring me, it's a joy. I think, too, the philosophy of athletics at Harvard is, education through athletics. When Liz was talking about a holistic athlete, yeah, it's about competing at a high level, but it's about learning, it's about growing. And I've really embraced that philosophy in my coaching. I think third, personal reasons. I like Boston. I just don't like it in January and February when it's freezing. I could do away with it. But I really like the culture of the city. I really like how academic that area of the country is. I grew up in Southern California. It was very different from where I grew up. And I have a son that's 16, so I've had other opportunities to leave Harvard and take advantage of those opportunities. And it's not necessarily fair to a child to uproot them for a career where maybe then you become out of balance. I think I've had, and it comes down to the balance I've had at Harvard, really being able to be very, very present for my son and to be able to coach at the highest level that I can coach with that balance.
Did Mike recruit you at all? Did you went to Michigan?
No, I don't remember. No, Arizona wasn't in my group, but UCLA was in the group because I was an hour from UCLA. I grew up in Irvine. So Sue Enquist was the assistant at the time. And I chose to go to Michigan. It was Stanford, Berkeley, Fullerton, UCLA, and Michigan were my 5 visits.
Seems like you all are just really glad to be here. What's the state of mind of this team heading into this regional? Anybody?
I mean, we're definitely grateful to be here, but at the same time, we know that this is an opportunity for us to go out there. And like you said earlier, a lot of people think that we're just going to get kind of demolished or however you want to put it. But we're kind of viewing this as an opportunity for us. Our mindset throughout the whole season has been big moments are born from big opportunities, and this is how we're going to approach this weekend.
I think we kind of have that fight mindset right now. I know I can speak personally as a senior. I just want to extend my season, and I'm pretty sure the other seniors feel the same. You want to stay in this Harvard uniform as long as you possibly can. And we're not the kind of team to just roll over and quit. And so we're kind of in that fight mode right now, and that's what I expect us to do.
Yeah. I think a strength of our team has always been focusing on ourselves and bringing our best game no matter what we have and no matter who's on the other side of the field. So that's what we're going to do this weekend.
And it's a shift for us. I mean, we headed into conference and we were picked to win the conference, and everybody was targeting us. And now we come in here and we're the underdog, so by a lot, and we know that. And they're ready to fight. I mean, they're going to fight as hard as they possibly can and represent the league, as best that we possibly can. But every team, every 64 teams that got into the tournament are thrilled to be where they are. There's no question.
Any more questions?
Can everybody just stay put just for a little couple of exterior shots for a quick second? Sure. Thank you so much.